We don't have much time before we got to jump right on into it, so we're going to skip any kind of like cutesy introduction. It's Leicester City versus Cardiff City. It's a watch along. Won't you join us? Hello, welcome to Leicester Fan TV. My name is Elijah. Thank you for joining us for today's watch along. Leicester City versus Cardiff City. We are just about to kick off, so we're going to jump right on into things. And if you're ready, I'm going to add in my co-host for today, Jono. Jono, how you doing?
Not bad, not bad.
Took us a little while to find out how to watch today's match, but we have managed it. So hello and good morning to everybody who has tuned in to join us. Neil, 2 a.m. kickoff there, so I'm assuming you're probably joining from Australia.
So we'll be slightly behind everyone else who's watching it on iFollow, but apart from that, no one else can watch it. It's only on iFollow.
Exactly. And we have just kicked off. Cardiff City wearing their fuchsia, I guess you could call it that.
It says more burgundy, isn't it?
I see. Like when you say burgundy, I think of like our FA Cup kit. A little darker, a little browner. It's a wine. It's like Gorbachev's birthmark is basically the color of this shirt. The
new shirt we need to know about Leicester's in blue.
Yes.
So we've kicked off playing from left to right from where we see it, and we're just passing it around.
Playing it forward at the moment. So through absolutely legitimate means, I believe we're watching it through Cardiff's iFollow.
We are, yes. We are, but it's all good. We're watching now. Me and Elijah can't be any more synced than you can realize, right?
That's true. That's very, very true.
There's no.
Luis is getting a score prediction in of a 3-1 win. I'm feeling very confident today. So you and I were chatting a little bit. I don't have a lot of faith in Cardiff City. I was more worried.
Well, that passing with faith. That was
decides to make a pass to our bench.
He's saying, "Indeed, please go off and bring Cassidy on."
So yes, that is one exciting thing to mention as well, is that Cassidy is on the bench, so he could well make his Leicester City debut today. As Alnwick, the Cardiff City goalkeeper, clears the ball upfield, and it will be headed back to Hermansen.
Right, Elijah, right? If he said, don't look at my app, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to full screen the R screen, so I can't see any comments, and I can't see anything on my screen because you can see what I can see. So therefore, I can't, and my phone is going to be here. So
there we go.
I cannot physically check any app, okay?
There it is. And then, yeah, so I've got a 2-screen setup. So I've got the match on one screen, and I've got I'll take care of banners and goal sounds and all the like.
So if my hands are here, you cannot see me check anything else.
Fee saying a 3-0 win. So I'm actually feeling similar. I'm thinking either a 3-0 or a 4-1, but I think we're winning by 3 today. Again, like I don't have as much faith in Cardiff. They've been struggling in the championship the last few seasons. I was far more worried about Huddersfield and Coventry than I am about Cardiff. And we've got a lot of momentum on our side as well as the home crowd.
True. I'm going to go for 2-1. I still feel there's mistakes by us in there. Like, look at Hermansen. He's literally, like, in line with face.
But we've appreciated that about him before, is that he's unafraid to get involved with the play.
Yes, but if you look at, remember the Newcastle Villa game where Martinez came out and almost got red carded because he went out, and so that's my only concern. But then when we're doing control, Vestergaard's distributing the ball to Ndidi, who's missed it, tries to get it to
forward play, nearly controlled by Ndidi.
Oh, he's got the ball back in the field. Pass it out wide
to Mavididi.
That is Mavididi, yes. Tries to cross it. Goes out for a throw into Leicester just.
Yes, well defended by Cardiff. They get in, and a sliding challenge keeps the ball from going out for a corner, and it will be a throw in right on the... It's right in Rory Delap territory.
It's literally like corner flag. Callum Doyle's taking the throw in.
Dewsbury Hall.
Cleared by Cardiff. Winks has got it. Pass it to Vestergaard.
Best player on the team. You know, though, we joke, Yannick Vestergaard has had a little bit of a renaissance of sorts. Like, I still don't think that he's by any means our best defender, but joking aside, and like, I'm not saying this to banter him, I think we found his level.
Yes, I think so. Where if this is the Premier League, that distribution wasn't good, and if it's a Premier League, he'll be turned every game. But in the Championship, he has the opportunity to distribute the ball. So I definitely agree that this is his level.
I want to say it was Locks.
Great interception by him there.
There you go. I think it was Locks that was saying on Twitter as well recently that he felt similar about Wout Faes.
So yellow card.
Mavididi clumsily takes down his man there, and you're going to get in the book for that.
Callum Doyle went for the tackle, missed it. Mavididi brought him down with his arms, so that is definitely a yellow card, which is scary because 5 minutes in.
He's a forward player, though, so I don't think that they can really target him out for to try to pressure him into making challenges.
That's pretty lazy from Doyle, though, just trying to stick your leg out. If you put his shoulder in there, that would have been more better than trying to put your leg in.
Yeah. A very Premier League tackle in a very Championship league.
Yes. Cardiff crosses the ball in.
They're crowding the box. Vestergaard, I believe, heads that away.
But Cardiff have the ball in midfield.
MDS, it's a little too early to say how we've been playing as yet. It's been kind of cagey so far. I'd say we've looked the better team, but we're only 5 minutes in. Yeah,
no one's had a shot yet. It's just been passing around. We've made one mistake with a yellow card, but apart from that, it's been pretty average. Trying to get up to Winter Mavididi, but intercepted. I have no idea who any Cardiff players are, so I'm going to say them or they.
Yeah, normally on DAZN I'll have the Cardiff lineup beside the match, but I can't have that this time around. And Ndidi makes a good challenge when we look to break forward on the left flank. It's Mavididi. Iheanacho trying to get into some space where you can get a through ball. He gets tackled, ball goes back to Mavididi, and we're forced to go all the way back to the back line.
What I like about it is we have opportunities to distribute it from the back. So we're not forced to pass it back. We can lob it and go down the wings. We're not forced to try and pass it away through, which was defeated us last season.
Yes, it has the air of Brendan Rodgers' style of this kind of patient, but the players have gotten better in the front half of actually creating those opportunities. So it doesn't just look like we're passing around the back for passing's sake, but it actually looks like we are just patiently waiting for the right opportunity.
Yes. We're not pressing as much, though.
No, but I think that's because we're just waiting for Cardiff to make a mistake. We don't need to commit players forward and then run the risk of being broken ourselves.
No. Marsal's very far in the middle. We've got no one on the right, on the left side, which they're going to pass it to now. Yeah, Marcel should have been there.
You called it. But Marcel closes in decently quickly.
Great tackle. Brilliant. Oh, is that a foul, man? Oh, that's not a foul. Anyway.
Dowda for Cardiff goes down under the tackle from Marcel, and it's a free kick that they take quickly.
Vestergaard, is that Doyle? Doyle heads it back to Hermanson, and it's a straight out to Mavididi.
Look at that distribution. So, Chief, I don't necessarily disagree with you where the we might be in trouble when we get back to the Prem. Possession suits us.
We'll invest. Because don't forget, we've only spent, 20 million so far? And
I think we've spent more than that. I think we're closer to 30 at this point.
But even so, we've got 50 million in the bank from selling Barnes and Maddison.
Yes.
So that's already a chunk of money we can use in January and invest in the Championship in the Premier League if we get back up.
The other thing is, don't forget, we are still a decently rich team. If we go back up into the Premier League, we're going to be splashing cash and signing Premier League caliber players.
But speaking of that, we are outside the box with Marcel, back to Ndidi.
I think that was Ricardo. Now it's Ndidi.
Back into the middle for Iheanacho. Tries to shoot, but can't. Shoots again. Oh! Oh!
Kelechi Iheanacho nearly puts in a goal of the week candidate. A lovely curling shot from outside the box. Inside of the boot, curling inside towards the net, and it's just off the left-hand upright.
I don't know how that's not a corner, but...
I think it was a corner, but we took it during the replay.
And it went out of play. First,
it has come to nothing.
City, but it wasn't closed down. Went to his left foot, tried to curl it in. Just
gave him too much space.
What made it worse was
what a shot.
It was the inside of the post. It was literally a millimeter away from going in. And that's so unlucky. That is so unlucky.
Stop being overconfident and just get the job done. Yeah. I think that is kind of how we need to get through the Championship, is just we need to come into games knowing that we're the better team, because we can't let nerves get the better of us. But we just have to be calm, play our football, and move past the teams that we can move past.
Like, look at Coventry. It went down 1-0 in that first game, and then we used grit to get back into that game, which is what we need to treat every game. But look at Vestergaard. He's like keeping the ball to himself and almost loses it. Just play the ball, play easy football. That's it. Good. Come on, Winks.
Lovely passing through the center here.
Oh, Winks gave it away. No.
Very poor there from Winks, but not going to hold it against him. We were moving the ball very, very quickly there.
Great defending by Doyle. Just that's better from him.
And we've got our first Cardiff fan in the chat.
Bluebirds.
Yeah, Wolves, I'm basically in the same boat because the zone is the same way here in Canada. From my understanding, they basically get the rebroadcast of Sky. So in North America, if you already have one of those services like DAZN or ESPN Plus, they're only going to show the games that are being shown on Sky in the UK. So, which will be a decent chunk of Leicester City matches, but clearly not all of them.
So so Sky run iFollow, but they're only showing on iFollow, no other Sky channel.
Yeah, and I think the North American ones will only get any mainstream Sky, like anything you would get on a Sky cable box. Once again, showing Iheanacho's shot here. So would have been an absolute beauty had that gone in.
Yeah. If that was Maddison, I'm afraid that would have gone in. I'm just saying. Oh, Cardiff having a good attack.
Cardiff coming forward now on the left side of the box. Cross comes in. Headed up and over the net.
So one shot each so far, both off target. Even though Iheanacho was closer, technically he's off target.
Fishing Bro, I'm assuming you're also a Cardiff City supporter?
They've got the same crest. The thing is, though, what I like about our team is that we've got Vardy, we've got Justin, we've got Albrighton, we've got, again, no Daka on the bench, again.
It wouldn't surprise me if we're trying to sell him at the moment.
So it's two players who are definitely going, which is Suter and Daka. They're gone. Like, they're not staying.
My gut says we're gonna dump Castagna as well.
Yeah, he's not in the... Yeah, Castagna. I think if we sell those three players, again, that's more money.
So my feeling is that it's not. People are saying that this Enzo Maresca's 1 in 1 out that he described in the latest press conference. I don't think it's a consequence of buying fees. I think it's a wage bill thing because we have 5 goalkeepers right now. Like we just have too many players on the wage bill, so we need to get some of that commitment off, so that way we don't have too many players that we basically are going to be paying an annual salary to, but not registering in the league.
Yeah, we've got 4 centre backs. One of it's injured. One of them isn't playing, and that's 2 left.
Well, you know what? Alex Smithies and Danny Ward pairing in center back will be fine.
Might as well just be like score. Just shoot anywhere, and you will score.
Lofted ball looking for Ndidi will trickle right the way through to Cardiff's goalkeeper. Simon saying signed up for Fox's Hub and get it. They're not showing this game on Fox's Hub?
This is why I didn't invest in Fox's Hub, because
my worry was that it was going to end up being the same as what I'm getting in North America, where it's the Sky rebroadcast.
Yes. The thing is that they're branding it as watch the Leicester games, but you can't, because half the time they're on Sky Sports, which owns... Well, this is their broadcaster for the English Football League. So any game on there is Sky Sports. So, and plus, this is again, it's not on Sky Sports, but yet it's still not on Leicester iFollow. So
because I saw somebody talking about the price for it, and the thing is, I get for us North Americans, it's a very expensive price to pay for how much they're charging for Fox's Hub. I understand that for somebody in the UK who's trying to watch football is very expensive to watch to begin with. So it's not a significant expense relative to the other streaming services that you have to pay for. But like for comparison's sake,
that's a free kick.
It is a free kick, and we get it right on the border of Cardiff's defensive third.
Romeo just took out Mavididi in the...
Yeah, just a heel to the toe, sends him to the ground. But yeah, I pay for 2 streaming services. I pay for Fubo and I pay for DAZN. Fubo is the Premier League. DAZN is EFL and UEFA. 2 of those together, I'm paying about maybe about $300 Canadian annually for every game in the Premier League and 2 or 3 championship games a week. And so yeah, that's probably about like £215. Free kick taken.
Oh,
nearly falls to Ndidi at the back post, but it trickles out for a goal kick.
Was it taken by Dewsbury Hall or Doyle? I think it was Dewsbury Hall.
It
was.
Yeah, it's Dewsbury Hall. Foss gets knocked down in the penalty area and is trying to appeal for something, but you're not going to get something for that light a touch.
No. The thing is, though, like, everyone's like, I am gutted we're in the Championship. The good thing about being in the Championship is no stupid VAR. Like, look at the decision against Wolves. Like,
I was about to say, it only took 1 match day for
one penalty. That decision was absolutely ridiculous, and like, we don't have that. But Cardiff
on the break here, playing the ball wide. Cross is blocked by Wout Faes. Cardiff will collect on the edge of the penalty area.
They're attacking down the right hand side. So they're going towards Ricardo. That's their block. Marcel still have the ball.
They're trying to cut inside.
Whips in, blocked by Faes, out for a Cardiff corner.
He really got around Ricardo easily there.
Yeah, they're loving that. They're loving that left wing. He's not happy.
Nafis, we're talking about Wolves Manchester United in the first match week of the Prem.
We're saying that we're not missing VAR.
The thing is, I feel like as an institution, it is a good thing. It's just been so poorly employed, particularly in England.
Yeah, like, but if you watch the rugby in the UK, like, you can hear everything between every official has a microphone. You can hear every word they're saying. And
they piloted that in Liga, and it was very, very good.
But ours is just so, it feels like it's a cult. Like, they like certain teams, they give certain things, they don't give certain things, depending how they feel. And that's not how it should work.
A little bit of tussling in midfield. And Leicester City look to break. Iheanacho gets past 1, gets past 2.
Oh, good pass!
Ball to find Mavididi, takes the shot, and it's right at the keeper.
Almost. I think it's a good slight deflection. That's like a slight deflection.
Oh, I think it was more like he may have just missed his shot. I think he caught it with his heel instead of the side of the boot.
No, it was deflected.
Oh, no, it did take a deflection. Well defended by Cardiff, and Alnwick is able to collect.
Yeah, that was deflected. All took all the power of it. That was so unlucky. Oh.
Wolves, you and me alike, we both started following Leicester City around the same time. I got into them around 2008, 2009-ish. No, we are quite a bit behind. So if you want to try to get your broadcast synced up with us, we're currently at 17:55, 56, 57.
So that's why I'm not looking at any apps, because I'll just be like, what's the score? Updates.
And FC Edits, we have tried looking into this. So we work through a system called StreamYard, and there isn't really a way to have like a live ticking clock on StreamYard that you can have control over for a broadcast of that length. So we can't show the match time.
Unless one person physically goes 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Then we don't have it.
Like, the other thing that I could try doing would be like making a 90-second timer that we would just put over the broadcast. But the problem is, if there's ever a stop and play or the clock stops for whatever reason, it's then going to restart at 0 seconds.
Yeah. We have a free kick just after the halfway line. It's a yellow card for Cardiff.
There we go. So that's one booking apiece now. We have Mavididi in the book. They have, is it Ramsey?
So it's well tackled by Ndidi, and it was brought down.
I'll be honest, that feels like a bit of a soft booking to me.
It is, yes. But short free kick to... Oh, no, not short free. Now it's a short free kick.
And we'll just pass it around the back. Again, we're just being patient. We're waiting for Cardiff to commit. And we know that we have speedy players. Right now, it's Marçal trying to catch the ball right up in the corner, but it will trickle out for a Cardiff City goal kick.
So after 20 minutes, I would say it's been pretty even, to be honest. I wouldn't say we're dominating. I wouldn't say they're dominating. It's been 50-50.
Yeah, I feel like I'm biased, but I'm inclined to say we've been the better team. But even then, it's like a 55-45. Like, we're not better by much.
No.
Because we've definitely been pressuring them more. We've had more chances in their box, but it by no means looks like a freshly relegated team against a team that struggles in the championship.
No. Cardiff are giving us a game. This reminds me of the Huddersfield game.
But you know what? We just have to wait for that one moment of magic, like happened in Huddersfield as well.
Yeah,
having the crowd behind us as well is going to be a big help.
That's what I was thinking. Like, we've got 3 games under our belt in all competitions so far. We're at home against a team that's had a draw and a loss, so they've not won a game yet. So
yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to cut because there's a lot of people asking how we're watching the game. I can't really disclose that information because it may or may not be the most official way of doing so.
But that's what we're here for, to give you what's happening in the game. The moment Mavidi tries
we're really just trying to go off the wings right now. A lofted switch-up play, looking for Marçal on the wing, trickles out for a throw-in for Cardiff.
I've got to say, we've got the kicks in the championship.
And then Claudio saying, I'd love to see Cesar Casady play. It wouldn't surprise me if we do see him at some point in the match. He's on the bench. So this is just screaming for like a 60th minute debut for him.
Yeah, this is screaming like maybe indeed he comes off for him. Oh, what a pass by Cardiff onto the right-hand side.
Very good switch-up play. They're coming up the right flank now through ball. Mavidi does a good job of closing that down.
Oh, Bournemouth gives it away. Ooh, that was close.
But I'll tell you what, Yannick Vestergaard does a good job sticking his leg out and stopping that ball. And free kick to Leicester City as Doyle gets pulled down. So, Nafis, I thought that it was going to be a 2-horse race between us and Southampton pretty much. Southampton losing James Ward-Prowse, if they do not replace him in any way before the end of this window, I think we walk it. If they do, I think it's going to be us or them. Leeds seem to be pretty out of the picture at this point. They're going to need some big transfers before the end of this window. And then in terms of like unrelegated teams that I think could be challenging with us, I hate to say it as a Leicester City fan, but I think you can't count Coventry out.
No.
Ipswich looked like they could be a bit of a surprise this season. Sunderland looked like they could be a bit of a surprise this season.
They're losing their third game now. They're losing 1-0. But we're on the attack. In actual passes to the left with Dewsbury Hall.
Dewsbury Hall on the outside of the area.
Shoot!
Oh, he's holding it well too long. Cardiff have gotten like 8-9 players behind the ball, but a good ball over to Marçal. He cuts inside, finds Iheanacho. There's so many players in the Cardiff box now. Marçal
tries a dummy, but doesn't work. Ricardo shoots
back.
Cross it in.
Crossing from Ricardo, and that's going to find nobody.
What a waste.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Ward-Prowse went to West Ham.
He did, yes. He did, yes.
Like, I'll be frank, I barely pay attention to the Premier League anymore now that we're in the Championship. I think he went to West Ham, but I'm going to double check that.
I think he went to West Ham. I think so.
Yes, he did go to West Ham.
They've also lost Lavia.
Yes, he went to
Chelsea.
He didn't stay in England, did he?
Went to Chelsea.
Right. Sorry, everybody's going to Chelsea.
Like,
9-year contracts, £400 million transfers.
Yeah, in 3 transfer windows, they spend £1 billion. That's how much we spent as a club of all. I don't think we spent that much at all for a whole as a club.
Cardiff breaking forward now, finding a player on the outside of the penalty area, but a poor final touch, and that's out for a goal kick.
Tell you what, though, they ran through so easily there. He literally drove past 4 players.
And Joe, I think that is kind of the best summary of how Cardiff's attack has been doing. They've been very good in the central third and at breaking into our penalty area, but they're missing that final touch, that last pass. Their shooting has not been on point yet. Sunderland Rotherham already 1-1. Bellingham scoring the leveler.
So Sunderland, though, 2 losses in a row and 1 they're drawing their current game. So their campaign's going to be tough. They did really well last season. They got into the semi-finals of the playoffs. So,
and correct me if I'm wrong, but that was their first season back in the championship, wasn't it?
I think it's their second season. Don't quote me on that. I think it's not first or second season.
Fair. Shots on target stat for this match. Leicester City have 1, Cardiff yet to have a shot on target.
Mavadidi's shot. I think it must have been.
Yeah, it would have been that save. Or no, it would have been the free kick. Or no, sorry, not the free kick. Iheanacho hitting. Or does the post count as on target?
The post off target. So it's
then yeah, it would have been
Mavadidi's. If it's not there, it can go in, does it? So it's not on. It's not on. So only shot on target was Mavadidi.
It's morning here. My brain is mush. It just merged the a free kick that was taken in the Plymouth Southampton match. That's what I was talking about with that free kick.
Come on. Iheanacho's got the ball. Turns. No one.
We've been getting better at facing goal when we are forced to turn around, at least. Winks goes wide too fast.
Cardiff are just closing down so quick. Like, we can't.
They are parking the bus right now.
Yes.
Anytime we get the ball forward, it's 8-9 players straight into the penalty area.
That's a good pass. But we turn it.
Good pass to Dewsbury Hall. Looking to find Mavididi. He keeps it in. I think he gets it off the Cardiff player.
It's a corner. Yes,
a corner kick.
Great by Mavididi.
Excellent play. Wolves, I kind of agree with you on that because, I was saying, I got into watching football like 2007. I got into Leicester City a few years later. Like, Blackburn are kind of one of those like Premier League teams to me. So I'd love to see them back in, but they don't look like they're going to be pushing for it this season.
Leicester City
corner kick taken. It's an in-swinger. Nobody there to collect it, and it's headed out.
Just behold, passes it straight back to.
I think that's Mavididi.
Crossed it in. No one again.
Poor cross. He was offside anyways.
Anyway. It's been frustrating.
I think that's a little generous to Cardiff. I don't quite think it's like Atletico Madrid, but you know what? They are giving us a match.
I don't know why everyone's so confident we're going to win every game. Like, it just takes one team to absolutely play an outstanding game, and then that's it. So we're missing a spark. We're missing that flair, I feel.
So you actually timed that statement perfectly because a comment just came in saying, in an honest opinion, how many losses do you think we'll get in the league this year? Perfect time for me to ask you that.
How many games are there in a season?
So there's 24 teams, so 46 matches.
10. We're going to lose 10.
I think we're actually going to do very, very well. I'm going to predict like 7 losses. I think between 5 and 7. I do think there is an albeit very slim chance. Like, I think it's less than 10% that we do go invincible.
Well, we need more depth then, because we need more centre backs. That's well tackled. Honestly.
What concerns me is that we might be on a path with Daka, with Castagna, that's going to be very similar to what we ran into with Fofana, where we're going to get good cash for them in the last week of the window, and we're not going to be able to replace them.
Great tackle. Dewsbury Hall turns.
I absolutely love the championship for that big collision in the middle of the pitch, and all
the
referee does is
get up. Referee just like, get up.
Ball being passed around right now. Ricardo right in the center of the pitch, passes back to Fass, who now comes forward. And again, Cardiff have their entire defensive and midfield lines behind the ball here. Marsal on the wing, cuts back, gives it to Fass. Iheanacho outside of the box, trying to get into some space, takes the shot. It's deflected, it's wide.
That's surely deflected for a corner.
100% that's deflected. That's got to be a corner kick.
Iheanacho, two shots from that position. won a corner and hit the post. So,
and I'll tell you what, seeing that replay, I think that may have gone off the Cardiff player's hand. No, it went off his back.
Went off his back. The players would have been all over the ref if they hit his hand.
If they thought it went off an arm, yeah. Corner kick to be taken. Probably going to be another in-swinger.
Oh.
Corner kick comes in. It's right towards Iheanacho at the near post. Oh. Keeper fumbles it, and that'll be another corner.
Yeah, they messed up at the back because Cardiff players and the goalkeeper doesn't communicate, and they hit off each other.
And I'm going to put an early submission in, nominating Cardiff's goalkeeper Alnwick for best beard in the championship.
True, he's got a good beard. Maybe it's an extra hand, like if he just puts his chin out. Corner goes in.
Kick played in, lofted much higher, but cleared away at the back post.
And Cardiff keep it in and hit it straight back to us. I think, did he get out of play? No idea.
I think Ramsey just hoofed it out, and it probably went out for a throw-in at some point.
No, he's still in play.
Oh.
They want the ball, though.
So, Nafis, we were talking about like how many games we think Leicester City are going to lose this season. I think it will be somewhere in the single digits.
I think we just double digit. Either 10 or 11 we'll lose, I feel.
Do you think we'll still win the championship?
It depends on injuries. Like I feel if we had Connor Cody from the beginning, I feel like I feel like we're stronger with Connor Cody in, but I think we'll come first or second. But we need to keep consistency at the moment. Like it's been very boring. Like I don't know if Carl is making it boring, but great lob ball through.
Lovely through ball.
But
Mavididi right in the corner. Romeo wants a throw in. He's not going to get it.
Right,
and then he's going to get absolutely done. That's got to be a penalty. No penalty given. Mavididi gets tripped up in the area.
Great by Ricardo. Come on.
Soft contact, and we play on.
Thing is, it's not going to get given now. No VAR, so
yeah. I'm sure we'll see a replay of it. I thought that that there was contact. Poor through ball looking for Mavididi, and it's out for a goal kick. Yeah, here's the replay on it. He gets past Romeo. He kicks him in the heel. In the Prem, that's a pen all day long.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I will say it would have been soft. I would have been upset had that been a penalty the other way, but it is a penalty.
We now know it's not a penalty. They're not going to go like that and go to the screen. They're just going to move on. Faze, nice turn.
Ooh, fast, very good control. Poor pass, but we do clear the ball.
Oh, it went to Mavididi.
Oh, has a terrible second touch, though.
Great recovery, though. I think Dewsbury Hall's passing.
He goes back to Doyle.
I think Dewsbury Hall's been quite poor today, and from being really critical. Like he's not. All of his passes are not going anywhere, and all the free balls are. None of them have hit players.
Sorry, I missed which player you mentioned there. Jono, which player?
Oh, Dewsbury Hall.
That's fair. He's been kept pretty quiet so far today.
Yeah, but though after the penalty appeal, like that free ball forwards was just so hard that no one can ever get that. So, come on.
All just hanging around in the in midfield right now. Marsal now looking to come forward, but again, they get their players back so quickly. Cardiff.
Oh, well played by Ricardo. Oh, just
and he gets tackled. The good thing with this is it means it will be very difficult for Cardiff to break against us because anytime we get the ball in advance, they're keeping one player forward at most.
Cardiff was just looking for that one counter-attack. Like, that's all they're looking for.
And then Nafis was asking who our captain is. It's Ricardo today.
Vardy's on the bench. I guess it would be Vardy when he comes on, but it's not.
I would assume so, yeah. Cardiff's clearance goes right the way out for a throw, and it looks like they might be warming somebody up for a
early
substitution, perhaps. Either that or there's just someone notable on the Cardiff bench that I don't recognize. whoever their number 23 is.
No idea.
Let's see.
Don't mess around with it. Thank you. Doyle to Winks. Winks whips it to...
Oh, and Didi might be through.
Corner.
Shot off the player, and it's out for a corner kick.
I bet the stats are saying we've dominated this game.
While we've got that break in play, I can pull them up here. 4 shots to 1, 1 shot on target to 0, 67% possession for Leicester City.
You're looking at Google stats?
Yes.
What minute are you on in there?
38. And
is it still 0-0 on there?
I refuse to answer under the grounds which may incriminate me.
Oh, he scored! Yes, Marcel scored! Get in! Come on!
So, just for a little peek behind the curtain, Jono wanted to take a quick peek at what the score was, and I did not see what happened, but it is now 1-0 to Leicester City. Wanya Marçal with the goal. Corner kick comes in, and an absolute rocket off the initial header down from Cardiff City. Ball headed away at the near post. Marçal, and he absolutely wallops that through the crowd into the top left corner. You don't hit him better than that.
That's on you, Elijah.
Let's share the blame equally. But it is 1-0 Leicester City.
Marcel gets off his Leicester career with a goal.
Mavididi is on the pitch. We've been relying more on Marcel's wing than we have been on Mavididi, but Mavididi has been active in this match.
But now this game is going to open up because Cardiff can't sit back anymore, which means it opens up.
And immediately you could see there as Cardiff try to pass the ball around the back. They only have 2-3 players back. We have 5-6 players forward. Marcel wins the ball on the right wing, gets knocked down for a free kick.
Right, Elijah, right? No looking at anything else the rest of the day. No Google, no stats, no nothing.
Fair.
Fair, no stats. We're looking at this screen only. The annoying thing is that people will ruin the comments, but... Oh, come on! Come on, shoot!
Excellent save by Almec. We're still in the penalty area again. Dewsbury Hall breaks through and it goes out for a goal kick.
How did he save that?
Mavididi breaks in so nicely into the area. His first touch is a little heavy, but it sets up perfectly for him. He takes the shot low, and Almec does a great job to drop down and save it with his left boot.
What a save.
Goal was scored by Marçal. Wanya Marçal Madivadwa off a corner kick.
So the corner was headed down to the floor. Then Marcel just literally karate kicked it top left corner, so no saving it.
And then Fee with the 99p super sticker for the goal. Thank you very much.
It's whipped across the other side. That's a free kick.
Looking to come forward. Big tackle there by
Doyle.
Is that by Doyle?
Is it me? If Doyle was a bit taller, it looked like Vestergaard.
He looks a lot like Vestergaard at this resolution.
Yeah, we haven't got the best resolution, if I may add. We haven't got the best.
Also, I don't know who this is, Cardiff City's manager, but he gives me shades of Marco Silva from Fulham.
He does, yes. He also gives me vibes of... oh, that's a free kick. Damn it.
Also a little bit like a slim Ange Postecoglou.
What, the Spurs manager?
Yeah.
Well tackled by Winks. Get in.
Great tackle in midfield. And then I think we just nutmegged our man as well. And indeed, he holds the ball up against 3-4 players, sends them all back to Wales, and now we look to break.
Yeah,
out on the wing to Marçal. It's 1 against 4 or 5. Cardiff piling players back. Cross comes in. Finds Iheanacho.
Oh, save again.
He just gets parried wide by Alnwick.
What? Their goalkeeper's man of the match for them already. Jesus Christ. Two great
Excellent save from Alnwick again. He's been standing on his head for Cardiff here. Great save, and it's another corner kick for Leicester City.
Iheanacho's put a ball on the plate for Mavididi and Dewsbury Hall, and the keeper's made two world-class saves. That's... Oh.
Nafis saying that Bulut is Cardiff City's manager.
Bulut. Another corner to Leicester City, crossed in.
In-swinging corner from Dewsbury Hall, right to the near post, and headed up and over, I believe, by Ndidi.
Is that Iheanacho? I think that's... Oh, it's Iheanacho. Number 14 is Iheanacho.
Yeah, you're correct.
If we get players wrong, it's because we can't see the resolution, right? We've just got figures of blue and orange, blue and maroon. That's all we've got. That's the colour maroon. There we go.
Maroon, yeah. Coventry have scored against Swansea City to go 1-0 up.
So Coventry, again, have only lost to us. That's a free kick, surely.
Ooh. Vestergaard gets absolutely upended by his man, but we still make the tackle. Winks now on the ball. Excellent fake-out pass to find Doyle, and now we look to break.
Great. Come on.
Dewsbury Hall. Look at the pace on Mavididi there, but we switch up play.
Oh, well played by
Marcel. Pass to Marcel. Loses his man. Cuts inside. Goes back. Ndidi. Dewsbury Hall.
Mavididi again. Tries to run through.
He can't get past his man that time, though, and it gets cleared.
Now the game's exciting.
Tom, I want to give you two facts here. As of yet, you still haven't seen an American Leicester City fan.
He's Canadian.
I am Canadian. Normally, we are joined by Michael as well on our team, who is American, but he's from Seattle, so it's very early right there. Showing Jamie Vardy in our gorgeous warm-up top.
Honestly, Leicester going to make me so poor because I want the away, the third, and Swansea equalised instantly.
Immediately 1-1 now.
30 seconds after Coventry scored, they equalised.
If it weren't for the fact that I'm looking at going to the UK in a couple months, I'd have every single kit from this season already, like home, away, third, pre-match as well. But I'm just going to stock up on them when I get to the UK, so I don't have to pay all the shipping costs and duties. I'll tell you what. So I watched the tail end of Plymouth Southampton, and they gave them a match. They were clearly outplayed, but they did very well to hold on.
If you think about it, Ipswich are doing very well. Plymouth are doing well. So the promoted teams are giving the championship teams, well, the new promoted teams are giving other teams a game. Like, it's not like they're just going to get instantly go down. I thought Ipswich and Plymouth are going to be okay.
We've got a whole bunch of American fans joining us. If there's any Canadians, now would be a lovely time to have you pipe up. And then a £1.49 super sticker. Thank you very, very much.
I've never seen 280 people watch us before. That's because no one else can watch the game.
And I'll tell you what, in the future, when you guys can watch the game, still just tune into us. You can get a nice Leicester City biased commentary while you watch the match. That's how I used to watch the games as well. There we go.
The annoying thing is that we can't determine the Leicester fans from the Cardiff fans because everyone wears blue, which is annoying.
That's very fair. I will say that, like,
what are you doing, man?
Very poor pass from Dewsbury Hall, and that will trickle out for a Leicester City throw-in at the very least, though.
I think
I'm from Toronto as well.
I think it will come off for Cassidy.
I feel like that's not going to happen until the second half, though.
No, yeah. It's half time now, probably, because we're so far behind. If you want us to
I'm sure he's kegging and egging somewhere. The other thing is sometimes when he doesn't join us, it's because he's meeting up with... Oh, lovely through ball. Iheanacho in the penalty area, lays it off for Marcel. He crosses it, and it just takes a deflection and gets cleared.
Oh, we should be winning 3-0 by now.
But yeah, if Michael's absent for some of the streams, sometimes it's because the match is too early, but he also meets up with other Leicester City and Premier League fans in Seattle, where he's from, and they go watch the match at a pub together.
Like, Honestly, the one person who would see a game with the most is Michael, because he'll be louder than 50,000 fans on his own.
Oh, absolutely. Michael has a passion that I cannot replicate when I live in a place with other people.
No.
Hey, absolutely not.
Toronto's just an extra America. That's Vancouver.
Vancouver's very close to the U.S. border.
Well,
although I will admit, like, it's faster for me to get to Buffalo, New York, than it is for me to get to Montreal. Like, and to get to pretty much any other major city, I'm closer to.
Oh, we've got technical difficulties.
Yep. Marcel's goal was great. An absolute rocket off a rebound from a corner kick.
We should technically, like, Mavroidis had a golden opportunity. Inacho hits the post. Dewsbury Hall has a good shot. So we've had plenty of opportunity to get more than one goal, but Marcel's goal is the difference so far. Cardiff are on the
with a goal kick. Cardiff breaking forward.
No one in defence.
Yeah, we're kind of all over the place here.
Bad pass goes straight to Vestergaard, and we're on the counter attack again.
And there's the clearance. 1 minute at a time.
Good pass,
Dewsbury Hall.
Oh,
a terrible pass from Dewsbury Hall.
Dewsbury Hall has been absolutely awful today.
He's not been good. And now Cardiff look to hit us on the break.
Easy
We've
pass.
got players back in numbers. Ramsey on the ball here. Lays it off. Left flank. Back in towards the middle.
No one's
back to Ramsey. Shoots from a wet. Wow.
1-1. What a goal.
Wow. That was probably what? Like, my Imperial is terrible, but like 30 yards?
I told you we'll concede. I told you we'll make a stupid mistake. That was all Dewsbury Hall that was.
Time and a half the depth of the penalty area. Wallops it. And finds the top corner. Nothing Hermansen can do about that. And probably the last kick of the first half as well.
What a shot. There's nothing stopping that.
You got to recognize class when you see it. Absolute wallop. Brilliantly taken.
If you watch that, though, Dewsbury Hall gives the ball away midfield so cheaply.
Oh, yeah.
And then, ever since then, they have the ball, and well, Enzo's not going to be happy with that. I can tell you that.
I feel like we might see a halftime substitution taking Dewsbury Hall off and Kasaidi on.
Yeah. I told you we'll concede. That's the end of the first half.
We got a lot of Cardiff fans joining us in chat, especially at this moment.
I wouldn't say we dominated. We dominated the last 15 minutes, but the rest of it was 50-50.
And that's halftime. Zach, you've put the wrong emoji in that one. If you're saying, come on, so you got to put some foxes in there. Halftime, the players come out. So, yeah, probably the last kick. What a terribly kerned jersey Marcel has. The space between that C and the A. I work in design. I cannot stand that. That's terribly set. But with that, I'm going to drop a link in the chat. If any of you would like to join us for halftime, you can even join us if you're a Cardiff City fan. Share your thoughts. Just be respectful.
No Cardiff City fans on. Just Leicester.
Link is in the chat. You can click on. I believe if you're on Facebook, you'll need to give some permissions to the site. Our only request is that we do ask that you come camera on, just that way we can make sure who you are before we add you in. You know, we still got half a match to go, and we have definitely been the better team. It was a stroke of brilliance from Ramsey to score that goal for Cardiff. I don't have a lot of doubt that we're going to go on to win this match, but we have to get our fingers out.
Yeah, Dewsbury Hall has been poor. He must come off. He's made too many mistakes in midfield. There's another penalty appeal there. Apparently there's a push. But
Just looking at the stats here as well, that was Cardiff City's only shot on target in the entire half.
Yeah. No.
Balbir joining us from Regina, Saskatchewan. Thank you for joining us. Lovely to have another Canadian in. Now that we are at halftime, though, I'll give you a quick update on the scores around the league. So obviously the matches that were played earlier, both yesterday and this morning, were Plymouth lost 2-1 to Southampton. Leeds tied West Brom 1-1. Blackburn 0, Hull 0. Blackburn down a player. Middlesbrough 0, Huddersfield 0. Swansea 1, Coventry 1. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Preston 0. Sunderland Rotherham 1-1. Bristol City 1-0 down to Birmingham. Leicester City 1, Cardiff 1. QPR 0, Ipswich 0. Stoke 0, Watford 0.
It's just annoying how we still have these mistakes in us, like.
And that is very much like why we need to continue to adapt this team. We need to continue to get settled, because this was the same thing that plagued us all through the Premier League as well, where we would dominate matches. We would clearly be the better team, but then one or two terrible mistakes, and then all of a sudden it's tied or we're losing.
Yeah, well, I feel we have the quality on the bench to, like, win this game in the second half comfortably, but will we? Like, the only goal Cardiff scored is an absolute worldie from, outside the box. Like, no keeper in any league is stopping that goal.
The other thing that we have to keep in mind as well, though, is like how much this was self-inflicted wounds. It was a poor pass from Dewsbury Hall. We gave them the pride of the Midlands to run into in the midfield. Nobody closed them down. Nobody tried to close even the space, if not necessarily the player. And we just gave them ample time to get set, prime themselves for the shot, and take it.
Yeah.
And credit where it's due. It was a great goal. By the way, if you are on Facebook, I believe you have to check a permissions box in order to let us be able to see your name. Otherwise, you are just going to come up as Facebook user when we put your comments up on screen.
But no, like, someone just put Dewsbury Hall. That pass was shocking. Like, why? If you just pass to the player, but you thought that someone's going to run onto it, it's passed it to no man's land. They got the ball, went to the left, and that was the goal. So very, very silly. We should be 2-0 up in this game, but again, silly mistakes.
Yeah, but again, 45 minutes to go. I fully believe that we can pull that back. Chief Brody, I'm not sure which one you're talking about, because I know we have been linked with Ilias Chair from QPR. He has not joined yet, although I believe talks are advanced. There was also a young player, I believe, from Fenerbahce that we were linked with. But I don't think either of them have joined.
No, I don't think. Then, no one's joined. The Casady is the last person who's joined. So
Galatasaray. So yeah, apologies. My calling them Fenerbahce will definitely infuriate some Turkish fans if there's any in here. Oh, and you are completely right. Yes, he is from Morocco. I just had red flag with an emblem in the center in my head and thought Turkey for a second.
Every game in the Championship is drawing apart from Birmingham.
There you go. Birmingham City back in the Prem.
No. I mean, when was they last in the Prem? Jesus.
2013-14, I think. I think they were last in 2014. They were definitely down before we won. They got relegated in 07-08. Then they came back for a period of time and then got relegated again.
Yes. I can't remember what on earth their what was the last?
Let me have a look. Where's their record of season?
Well, that's in the Premier League. 09-010.
09-10. It's been that long, eh?
13 years.
And then it was Cardiff that were last in the Prem in 2014.
So they're 9 years.
C with a take here. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Apart from the second half against Coventry, I think KDH has had an awful start to the season. I'm inclined to disagree. I think he was still good against goodness gracious, who did we play in our second match?
Well, we played Burton in our second game. That's in the cup.
Not Burton.
Our second championship game was Huddersfield.
Huddersfield, thank you. Oh, I commentated on that match. I thought he was good against Huddersfield. I think he's just having a stinker today is the only thing.
Yeah. Well, this is our second goal we've conceded in 4 games. So in conceded goals, it's not that bad. But I mean, most goals we've scored in a game this season so far was 2. So is that in pre-season as well? It is. Yeah,
Coventry was our first official match of the season.
Yeah, we haven't scored more than 2 goals in pre-season and in the season. So,
Lewis, I don't think you're going to find a single Leicester City supporter who's going to say yes to this. Because I would not want any ownership besides like the Shua the Naprapa family.
KDH is trying too hard. I think he's trying to predict passes that aren't there, which is what happened with that goal. Like he predicted someone's going to run in the midfield and get the ball, but no one was there. It went straight to Cardiff.
And that does kind of check out with how Maresca wants this team to play. He wants very quick passing, especially moving forward. And yeah, KDH might just be getting it a little too into his head, and he's looking for and seeing passes that aren't there.
Yeah. I think, yeah. To be honest, I don't think the finishing has been bad. I think the keeper's made 2 great saves.
Yes.
Like the.
I might argue that Mavididi probably shouldn't have gone low against a charge.
He should have just whacked it top left corner.
Because keeper is always going to go at your feet when they charge.
Yes. But even so, like, that just shows me we've had so many chances. Like, what are the stats this game? We've had 8 shots, they've had 2. We've had 4 shots on target, they've had 1. We've had 64% possession. We've had 3 times as many passes as they have. So, in terms of statistics, we're still favourites to win this. We just need to get the final third right. That's it.
Yeah.
But
I'm in very close agreement with you on this. I would not bring Albrighton on until the 60th minute.
I would bring
Albrighton is going to give full effort, and you don't want him to drain his tank before like the 80th minute.
No.
So you bring him on 60th minute, and you're going to get 100% from him until full time.
The only change I'll make is bring on Casady for Dewsbury Hall. That's all the changes I'll make.
Completely agreed. Completely agreed.
Indeed, he's been really good today. I think he's been excellent. The only player that's been really poor for me has been Dewsbury Hall. The rest of them have been really good. Like Mavididi and Marcel, both of them are causing them problems.
Yep.
Winks has been okay. Not like he's made a few mistakes, but again, he's made some really good moments. Doyle's done nothing wrong. Ricardo's done nothing wrong. Faze and Vestergaard have been really good. Hermanson's had nothing to do.
Hermanson's not had much to do.
He's had 1 attempt of a save, and that's it. So the only player that we can blame for this performance is not being a scapegoat, but has to be Dewsbury Hall.
Now, again, though, like as I said, I still think that it's kind of harsh to blame that goal entirely on Dewsbury Hall because, yes, absolute hospital pass, terrible, but nobody closed down the space. That's on Vestergaard. That's on Fast. That's on Ndidi. That's on Dewsbury Hall.
Yeah, we've got no.
That's on every player that plays in the center of the pitch.
Where's Winks? Where's Winks? He's not there.
Yeah, Winks as well. Absolutely. So yeah, but again, we've played so well in this first half at chance creation. All we need is we need one mistake, one player to be out of position as we move forward, and then we take that space. Iheanacho hit the post within what, 3 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm not buying that it stays 1-1. I see us
There's
getting
a goal
another
in
goal.
There is a goal in it. Either way, there is either again Cardiff get a mad one chance, or Leicester score. The problem is though, the last 2 Championship games we've come out the second half poor. They've always been the better team.
We will need to hold. It's going to be a struggle for about, I'd say, 10-15 minutes. But we normally pick back up around the 55-60 minute mark. The other thing is, Kasaidi could change that.
Yes,
now, I will also say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. But do you think Enzo will make that change now, or at the 60th minute forwards? I think he'll make it. I want him to make the change now.
I want him to make the change now. I can't think of the last Leicester City manager who makes halftime changes. Like, Rodgers didn't do that. Haven't really seen that from Maresca. Puel didn't do that.
No.
Ranieri didn't do that. Don't think Pearson really did. And then at that point, you're getting into points where I couldn't watch the matches anymore. You know what? See, I think that's a great way to put it, is that we show complacency. And when you're complacent, especially in the Championship, you get punished.
Oh yeah, they dominate. They took full advantage. We fell asleep. We thought it was 45th minute, 20 seconds left at half time. We fell back too much, given too much space, and then that wonder shot is the difference. But again, if we play like we did for the last 20 minutes of the half up until the goal, we'll easily win this. But we've got to play like that for the rest of the half, for the rest of the game. Sorry.
Now, I do also, I owe this to the Cardiff City fans in the chat. I need to eat some of my words. I came into this match saying that, I wasn't as concerned as I was against Huddersfield, that Cardiff had been struggling in the Championship and all that. Cardiff came to play.
I told you for many times that it's not going to be a walkthrough game. No game is.
Yeah. And credit where it's due to Cardiff. They've done well. They've clearly played a very defensive setup. Because again, every time we came forward until we scored that goal, 8-9 players were running straight into the penalty area to get between us and the goal. And they're going to be going right back to doing that come the start of the second half.
Definitely. Have we kicked off? I think yes. Have we? I think we are back. We kicked off in real life, but not kicked off on our screen. So we're going to go back on. I'm going to check if we have.
Georgie, I'm assuming you're a Cardiff fan. Is the sheep just because Wales? Or was that supposed to be a goat?
Is that Derby? It's a sheep.
It's a sheep. That's fire and sheep.
Well,
we will start commentating as soon as we can see the game again. They're currently just advertising Cardiff City shirts to us.
Yeah, the place we're watching it from is going off the Cardiff's I follow. But in real life, we've kicked off. We've not kicked off just yet.
So as well, we'll give you timestamp updates when we do kick back off on our screen. There is a halftime substitution, but it's for Cardiff City. And but yeah, so that way, if you do have a broadcast that you're able to pause either through a DVR on your television or if you're watching on an online stream, you can get synced up with us so that we can watch it all the same way. But yeah, I know it's a sheep. I just don't get why. I don't get why the sheep, because it's like Cardiff or birds. But we have just kicked off.
It's not true. Any user who puts a fake score, that user gets put in timeout. So that person is in timeout now. Anyone who puts a fake score, any score.
Jono, that was a ban. That wasn't a timeout.
What a timeout?
You can only put Facebook users in timeout. You just banned.
Oh, well, you're done then.
That could have been a score prediction.
It wasn't. It's fake. Right. We're back.
Oh, dear.
So
I'm not familiar with Cardiff City players, but Ugbo has come off for Meite, who's been brought on.
So no substitutions for Leicester, which I believe there should have been Enzo. But Hermanson's got the ball. Huddersfield just scored against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough are having a shocker. They've lost the first 2 games, and now they're losing their third.
Huddersfield's another one that's just an odd team because they were, for championship quality, very, very good, and then very bad. So 9-1 Leicester. Mavididi breaks the Lewandowski goal record in 2 minutes.
Oh, it's awful by Doyle.
Cardiff looking to come forward now. We're back in numbers, but they get through. Cross to cross, cleared by Vestergaard for a corner. Steve saying that you're coming down with the ban hammer.
Well, shouldn't put fake scores then. If they score now, it's so bad. But
is man of the match Dewsbury Hall. He's had a poor game, but you know what? Let's see if he can get a redemption.
But what didn't Coventry score in the second half or the first half? I can't remember.
Sorry?
Did Coventry score in the first half or the second half?
Coventry scored in the first half. I believe we went in 1-0 at halftime. Cardiff won a penalty. You're not going to get a penalty for that.
I'm going to get rid of the comments because I don't believe half of them. So,
oh, thank you, Fee. I will update the banner. I used to be on the ball with that. I've been dropping the ball all over the place with
yeah,
Jam.
God.
Jam, don't test.
He wants to see if I ban him. That's what he's doing.
1-80 at full time. Was it Australia versus American Samoa? I think was the biggest ever margin of victory, and it was 27-0.
I'll just after 20-0, I'll get bored. But Cardiff from fire attack straight into Cardiff.
Excellent defending. We closed them down, but they still maintain the ball on the outside of the penalty area. Shot from distance. What a save from Hermansson.
I told you, Cardiff come up the gates on top. They always, this season, we're awful in the beginning of the second half.
Thank you for the £2 super chat, Jam. And sure, so again, like Cardiff fans, please explain it to me. Like, is the sheep just because it's Wales? Like, why do you use the sheep emoji?
They're just secretly Derby fans.
Well, I guess that's the other thing is, like, what emoji do you use when you're playing against Derby?
Well, we don't because they're in League One. What? They're in League One.
Because it's also like,
oh,
someone's on the ground.
It looks like
they've been winded.
Is it? I don't know who that is. I can't. It's on the ground. I can't see a thing. I saw their legs.
The camera angle was completely covering their face and their shorts number.
Is that Dewsbury Hall? It looks like it.
Thank you. So yes, it is just because sheep in Wales.
That is Dewsbury
No, that
Hall.
looks like Winks.
No,
Oh, no,
it's
that is Dewsbury Hall. That's Dewsbury Hall's nose.
Right, then players are getting warmed up now. Raska's had enough.
Casadei time. Let's do it. Yeah, sorry, but when I was just a viewer, I joined in through YouTube as well. I know there's a setting that you can change that will allow it to view your Facebook profile name. And if you don't have that enabled, it just says Facebook user. I don't know how to change that setting off the top of my head. Ooh, so just seeing it there, it was Dewsbury Hall just gets thrown to the ground. It looks like he takes a knock to the head on the way.
He did, yeah. But it's still a Cardiff corner. Whipped him from Cardiff. Well cleared.
Good clearance. And Cardiff are forced to play it back to the center circle. Lots of Cardiff fans in the chat.
Fee, if I were you, Fee, I would full screen us and ignore the comments. Right?
Oh, Allison's back. Okay, so that might have actually just been a timeout and not a ban.
It was a timeout, yes. So you warned. You're warned.
Yeah, for some reason on my UI, it suddenly just said they have been banned and their comments have been deleted.
I definitely 1,000,000% clicked timeout. Oh, Far's getting turned. Oh, no.
Oh, and Cardiff are forward in numbers. Ramsey.
Well played by Winks.
Winks gets in and cleans up. And that's out for a throw-in.
Make a sub now, Enzo, please. Something's not right.
Roger's out.
Roger's out. Are you a Celtic fan?
For those of you watching at home, if you do want to get synced up with us, we're currently at 52, 15, 16, 17. As Preston North End have made it 1-0 at Hillsborough.
Sheffield Wednesday not having a good Saturday.
Cardiff just passing it around the back right now.
What should they rebrand this?
Dewsbury Hall the one pressuring Alnwick, though?
No idea.
Where's Iheanacho?
But we've sent out 4 players to warm up. I assume one of them hopefully is Casadei. Is it Casadei?
There's no way he'd be. There's no way he's not going to come on if he's on the bench today.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's coming on. Is that a free kick from Doyle? It is.
Oh. And he's got some words for the assistants there.
He's saying he used his shoulder to get off the ball.
Dominating's a bit of a strong term, but you definitely have been the better team since the start of the second half. But that's very in character for us. You wait until like the 60th. Then we're going to wake. Yeah. I've got a wood desk. I can knock on wood.
Well, again, against Coventry, we were awful for the first 20 minutes of the second half, and we came back.
Absolutely.
We were absolutely shocking at the beginning of that half. But Cardiff with a cross, well cleared.
Headed away.
Cardiff with the controls at the box, but we haven't.
Oh, but now we break. Dewsbury Hall on his bike. Gets away from his man.
Oh, loses the ball.
Oh, and just gets the ball poked away from him. But I thought we got a free kick there from the way he was pointing, but I guess not.
I think he's saying advantage, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. It's dominating for Cardiff standards. We got a Southampton fan in the chat.
Oh, because we're going to be their rivals for promotion, hopefully.
You know what? I'm gonna immediately pull you for some opinion because we were chatting about this earlier. So without James Ward-Prowse
and Lavia,
where do you think you're finishing this season?
And Lavia.
Allison saying Jermaine Defoe 1-1 it stays. Toronto FC legend.
What? Jermaine Defoe? What?
No, he came to Toronto and then left immediately afterwards. He was terrible for us. I think Toronto FC supporters are like the only football fans you can find who don't like Jermaine Defoe.
Well,
Crossed in, headed away.
Iheanacho
tries to turn his man, gets knocked over, no foul.
This referee's not giving anything.
No, really not.
Whipped in by Cardiff, well defended by Farce. Back to Ricardo, back to Farce, and we're just passing around the back, really. Trying to
Stoke are apparently beating Watford now.
We need a goal.
Well, Vestergaard plays it forward, and now's our chance to break. It's Harry Winks blazing through that midfield. Shades of the goal that Cardiff scored.
Oh, boy,
Dewsbury Hall. Right on the outside of the area.
Oh, my God!
Carried wide again. Alnwick standing on his head.
How did he save that?
Cardiff, let me say, for you, my friend, Alex Smithies and Danny Ward for Alnwick. You can have 2 goalkeepers for the price of 1.
He's made 3 outstanding saves.
Great beard, great goalkeeper.
He's kept you in this game.
Zach, if you could see my football shirt collection, you'd know who my favorite Leicester City player is. I own like 7 Mark Albrighton shirts.
Put it this way. If all Mark Albrighton turned out to be a secretly bad person in many ways, 50% of Leicester need to be burnt, right?
Honestly. Cross was played low, and it trickles through the entire area, through the full crowd, and it's out for a goal kick to Cardiff. As Yannick Vestergaard has one of the bounciest jogs that I have ever seen from a football player.
It looks like we're ready to make a sub. I got to admit, our tracksuit looks really good on him.
Mull, I'm just going to say.
Yes, he's coming on. He's getting ready to come on. Yes.
I know Toronto FC is not good. We are winless in 18 games with 8 straight losses.
Would it be embarrassing if Inter Miami overtook you when you were like 20 points ahead?
Oh, they will. They will. We are going to be, if it weren't for Messi's wages, we would be the worst team in the MLS with the highest wage bill. We are terrible.
Are the worse than us?
Pereira finds Iheanacho out to the wing. And we go back to Pereira.
I think he's getting ready to come on, I think.
Fufas.
To Marcel.
His cross is blocked. Corner kick.
We're going back into the half, boys.
Wrexham, their scorelines are giving me like Leeds United early Bielsa vibes.
I hope this league's like Southampton and Leicester, like dominating points for it, like miles ahead. It won't be like that, but
Leicester crossing corner, headed away, shot from outside the book. Wow, that was not good.
Wings. Don't shoot. Okay.
Man woke up feeling like Yuri Tielemans.
That ball had much more spin than the Beyblade.
Oh!
That shot.
Who was that?
Doyle again.
Callum Doyle woke up feeling like Aaron Ramsey.
That's a.
I think it took a deflection.
It did, yes. It's a corner.
So the thing, George, is like he played well for us, but his attitude was not good when he was at Toronto. He clearly didn't want to be here. Corner kick comes in swinger, headed away at the far post.
Dewsbury Hall comes to collect it, passes back to Winks. Winks knows now not to shoot, so he's further back than last time. Ricardo.
Luca, as Sunderland takes the lead against Rotherham, Bellingham with his second on the day. Cardiff started the second half better. They were the much better team for about 10 minutes.
But now we're back in it.
How every one of our matches has gone. We are now definitely getting settled in and becoming the better team.
Come on. Bring on Cassidy. Bring on Cassidy.
Winks on the ball. Just passing it back and forth with Ndidi. Now Wout Faes.
Wout Faes has got the ball. No one closing him down. Whips into the middle. Good pass. Tries to turn.
Good passing and ball just dispossessed.
And it's a free kick to Cardiff. No. Bad tackle by Winks.
Agreed, Scott. The style is really starting to gel. Like we get those little.
Here he comes.
Together. Cesar Casaidi making his debut for Leicester City.
But when you see 22, 23. Who's 23?
Well, no, that's the Cardiff substitution. That's 8 off for 23.
Wins is coming off. Wins is coming off.
No. That's Cardiff's change. That's Cardiff's change, not ours. Because Casaidi's number 7.
Oh, okay. 7 for 22.
7 for 25. That's Ndidi. Not the change I would have made. I definitely think that Dewsbury Hall's having the worst day. So Jono and I are sharing a screen, and occasionally when I can see the chat coming in with scores, we very quickly minimize, and I just see a score list come up that's up to date. Ball is out for a throw-in.
But we're now seeing our new midfielder, loanee midfielder for the season.
I believe it was a loan deal with no option to buy, correct?
Yes. He's Chelsea. He'll be playing for Chelsea next season in the Prem. Well played by... Middlesbrough equalised.
Mavididi wins it as Middlesbrough level it against Huddersfield.
Referee's letting it go. Great pass forwards. Come on.
Good finding space. Casaidi finds Marsal. Cuts inside. He's got 3 players on him. Poor pass. And now Cardiff break. Yazan and Ndidi came off. Shot taken. Held by Hermansen.
We want Vardy. We want Vardy.
I mean, just give me a Susan of Albrighton in this game.
No, but Albrighton is the loving, huggable guy on the bench.
You're not wrong, but I want him to be the lovable, huggable guy on the pitch.
Kevin!
Get your shark emojis in the chat for Mark Albrighton. Lofted ball from Winks, looking for Mavididi. It's too far, though, and it's out for goal kick.
I want to see some magic from Mavididi.
Almwick to take. He's taken his time as well. They're happy to just burn through minutes. There we go. There's our Sharks. Goal kick taken. Long ball there from Almwick, and Cardiff do move forward off of the initial defensive rebound. Up against fast. Cross comes in, parried down by Hermansen. Cardiff collect outside the box. Poor pass from Ramsey, though, and Doyle will shield it out for a goal kick. And more Sharks. Cheapo, there's still time. We got almost half an hour left. We got a whole field of sharks and a sheep.
What's your favorite animal? Put it in as an emoji.
Yeah, I'll take that. I feel like we're going to get a decent number of foxes in the chat. There we go. Now, I'm going to jump back. I keep having questions for the Cardiff fans here. Why not dragons?
Yeah, you got
the dragon emoji is sick.
You put on sheep. There's more sheep than people in your country.
There's also like thousands of castles. You could use castle. Like, I feel like there's better emojis than sheep. We got penguins. We got the dragon. We got foxes. We got dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Don't exist anymore, but fair point.
Now, also, ball's just bouncing around in midfield. We've got a peach.
Peach bum.
He could be from the state of Georgia in the U.S. You got Jaguar.
Jaguar.
I'm North American. Let me have it.
No, Jaguar.
Substitution for Cardiff.
With our stream, it's Jaguar.
You come into my country and pronounce it Jaguar?
It's Jaguar.
So do you pronounce the car company as Jaguar as well then?
No, Jaguar. What company is Jaguar from? What country is Jaguar from?
It's British.
There you go then. Say it our way.
People saying it's Vardy time. We got Ducks in the chat. Casady, he's had a couple touches where he's been good, but it's still too early to tell.
Yeah, he's had no opportunity to show off any flair or anything, so he's just in midfield, just doing his thing. We're just passing around the back, being risky.
Got a bear. Apparently, Jaguar is now German.
Even so, I don't say. I'm not going to try and say it in a German accent because I'll absolutely murder it. But he's on the ball now. Casady passed it to Marcel, who's got the ball. Passed it back to Casady into midfield.
Winks, Doyle.
Doyle whips it across, deflected, and still got the ball to Winks.
Back to Winks.
Ricardo.
Pereira. Marcel.
Got the ball.
Cuts inside.
Cross. No one.
Cleared.
Too far back. Well headed by Doyle. For Vestergaard. They look so similar.
And now it's Doyle on the ball. Plays it wide to Mavididi. Mavididi's got so much flair.
Oh, ball blocked.
Tries to do a 1-2 with Iheanacho. Doesn't come off, but we still have the ball. Cardiff crowding that penalty area with players.
Well played by Winks. Marcel.
Lucas, I'll get to your question once this goes out of play because I feel like something's coming from it. Doyle.
Oh, Mavididi.
Mavididi, he's through.
Oh,
oh no. That's going to hit the car dealership on Raw Dykes.
That is the worst thing. Is he shot, but it didn't go towards the goal. It went literally.
I don't even think that entered the 6-yard box.
It didn't even enter.
Terrible shot. So
now,
Lucas asking if Leicester get promoted, where are we finishing next season in the Prem?
14th.
There is a 14th in there. We got a 12th. I think that we're going to finish somewhere in like the low teens.
Sweeper keeper Emerson.
Something like that.
We need another Serb.
And then so also on the Jaguar debate though.
It's a Jaguar. There's no debate.
There's a car dealership outside the King Power Stadium. What brand is it?
Because
I'm going to take this moment to remind you, I'm Canadian. I speak French.
Oh, is it Renault?
It's a Renault.
It's Renault.
So it's allowed to be Renault, but I can't say Jaguar.
Yes, that's how my...
If British people aren't saying Citroën, I'm not having Jaguar. Cardiff City break in, but their shot goes wide and it hits the side netting. Now this one I will call that Vauxhall, but we also don't have that brand in North America.
You have Opel.
We don't have Opel either. We have Buick.
Really?
Opel cars are sold in North America as Buick.
So you got Vauxhall, Opel, and Buick.
Well, we don't have Vauxhall or Opel. Vauxhalls are sold as I think Chevrolets in North America. It's weird. They're the same cars, but they just have different badges on them and different names.
We're just passing on the back with Vestergaard, Winks. Vestergaard passed it forwards. Great pass to Dewsbury Hall. Loses the ball straight away. Great interception.
Almost nearly gets tackled by Mavididi.
Iheanacho, great interception there, buddy.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It was Iheanacho, not Mavididi.
Pass it to Doyle to Ricardo, Winks, Fast. I think I've called Fast 3 names today. I can't
Fast face.
That's a throw into Cardiff.
So that's the other thing is like there's so many more European cars in the UK than we get here. Like we don't get Dacias in
Dacias.
It's not Dacia.
It is.
You do not actually call them
Dacia. It says Dacia, so it's Dacia. Dacia.
I mean, like, granted, I don't speak Romanian, but I'm pretty sure it's Dacia. Dewsbury Hall putting some pressure on the Cardiff City defenders, but they get their clearance in only as far as Doyle, though. He plays it to Mavididi, who cuts inside.
Great pass.
Nacho. Casady.
Great pass to Doyle.
Pass to Doyle. Cross in.
Oh, great header. Oh.
Corner kick. Dutch is bad. So how do you pronounce if there's any Spanish speakers? Because I just know the brand is Seat.
It's Seat.
Is it Seat?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, we were both wrong. It's Dacia.
Dacia.
Corner played in, headed away at the near post. Another corner. Oh, here's one for you, though. The Skoda.
Oh, Skoda. Skoda.
There's a chevron on the S. It's surely a sh. It's going to be an in-swinger. Corner comes in, lofted, headed away. Massive jump from the Cardiff defender. Mavididi controls the rebound, though. Doyle absolutely marshals his man off the ball, and we regain possession. Crossed in from Casady and headed away. Offside. So yeah, Vauxhall it's a GM brand, but I think the mark they use for Vauxhall cars in Canada at the very least is Chevrolet.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they changed the names all across because like other brands have the same name going across everywhere, but
I think it's just because it's marks that they've bought in different countries, and it's like the Chevrolet name doesn't mean as much to the UK, just as much as like I wouldn't know like most Canadians wouldn't know what a Vauxhall is if they saw them for sale here.
No.
So okay. I'm gonna hide the comment. Swedish furniture, flat pack, cheap stuff.
IKEA.
I say it the same way, IKEA. Brian saying I'm dying to import a Vauxhall VX 220 to the US. Dewsbury Hall in the penalty area plays it low across. And Marsal can't take the final shot. Cleared away by Alnwick.
I'm to nip to the toilet. I'll be back in a moment.
No worries. So it's just me now, which means that officially Canadian pronunciations are now all canon. Doyle on the ball right now, plays it across towards Dewsbury Hall. We're just passing it around in midfield right now. So I actually don't use either of these pronunciations. I call it decathlon. It is a frustrating game. I feel like we have been the better team even now more recently, but we just haven't had the final touch that we've needed. And Cardiff have had kind of the same in the first half as well. Both teams have been very good in build-up, but we just haven't been able to put the ball in the net. Mavididi with a throw in here, and we go backwards towards Doyle, and there's just not an avenue for us to pass through it right now. No, Jonathan, you got to have two people on it. It gets very boring if it's just me. Simpson is going to be coming on for Cardiff as we switch up play towards Wanya on the right wing. Played softly inside towards Casady, and we go all the way back towards the center circle. Jan, the second one, so I say pronunciation. Well, actually, I kind of use both. I do also say pronounced, though. A lot of debate as to the score. So it's still 1-1 far as I can see right now. I'm at the 75th minute mark right now if you want to get synced up. So, Bubba, we're still working through, and we're going to be getting hopefully a few more players out and some new players in. Free kick to Cardiff on the outside of the penalty area following a collision with Dewsbury Hall. Oh, there's a Poughkeepsie, New York. That's a name right there. Honestly, yeah, I'd love to see Albrighton come on, but it's Vardy coming on for Iheanacho is the latest substitution, which I think works for us. A little bit of fast-moving, breaking balls through the center. Let's go for it. It's Vardy time. Agreed. Yeah, we definitely need some new attacking players, and we got some folks that are excited to see Vardy on the pitch. The thing is, I'd say we have been creative because we've had some excellent passing play, but it just comes down to once we get shooting opportunities on the edge of the goal, they have 8-9 players in the penalty area. I can't. I just call it landfare. Okay, the thing is, I will actually agree with you on that one. Like, I call it football when referring to it with friends. But I don't really pay attention to American football, though. Now we just need Kaisedi to score. Who likes a car boot? Are you just talking about the trunk, or are you talking about car boot sales? Because I do love a car boot sale. Blackburn have scored against Hull to take the lead. So that means Hull are down a goal to a team with a player that's been down a player, as Ipswich take the lead against QPR. Cardiff clear their lines. Jam, I think that's the perfect way to bring back that debate, though. So does that mean that when you're supporting that team, do you pronounce it the Jacksonville Jaguars or Jaguars? Is it 2 syllables or 3? Cardiff breaking forward right now on the left flank. Vestergaard comes back, puts in enough of a challenge, and Mavididi collects the ball. Now we can look to break. Dewsbury Hall. Cardiff have all 11 players behind the ball. Yeah, you don't really find a lot of people, at least in Toronto, where I'm from, selling stuff out of car boots. But what you get here is garage sales. Like people just selling stuff on their front lawn. And I love them. Love a car boot sale. Love a thrift store. Love a charity shop. Most of my football shirt collections are from charity shops. Mavididi now cuts inside, plays across, collected by Alnwick. There you go, Jaguars. So I collect football shirts as a hobby. I do have a lot of shirts that I bought just so that I can hang them for streams. I've had to catch up on the championship, basically. The only team I'm missing now from the championship is Bristol City. I have a Preston shirt that I bought just for when we have to stream it. Cardiff came forward. We did a good job of putting in some pressure. Wanya on the ball. He gets tackled, and it's a throw into Leicester City. Kiefer agreed. So I'm watching it through less than legitimate means. But yeah, you and I were both from Toronto. I've been relying on DAZN a lot for the championship. And I think all the games that are shown on DAZN are the same ones that are shown on Fox's Hub. I hope we do. I would love to get an Andy King Bristol City shirt.
I'm back.
You're back.
430 viewers. Wow.
So also I will say, like, for those of you who are watching again, like, not just for matches that you can't watch on TV, give us a subscribe. We got lots of Leicester City content. If you're not a Leicester City fan, you can hate watch us all through the week. If you are a Leicester City fan, you don't have to put up with my accent. We got lots of folks from Leicester who put up content and they don't pronounce the R in the city name.
Leicester.
Cardiff breaking forward now. It's one-on-one. Shot taken, and he fires it wide. Inexcusable that from the Cardiff player.
Inexcusable from Leicester for letting Vardy. Bad defending by Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall's been so poor.
I'd say kind of poor positioning from Vestergaard and Foss as well to allow him that much space to run through.
The reason why ESPN showed the Southampton game was because it's on Sky Sports. That's the reason why.
Exactly. Like if I wanted to watch on DAZN right now, I was able to watch the Southampton game this morning, and then I could also watch Preston versus Sheffield.
But
is the match they're showing.
That's the game they're showing. They're not showing any others, so we've had to find other methods to watch this game.
Mavididi to Doyle. Doyle crosses it in, headed away.
You can't prove we're watching it. All you can see is our faces. We could be talking absolute gibberish.
Cardiff coming forward on the left flank up against Wout Faes. Low cross, finds his man, but a terrible first touch, and we regain possession. Marsal plays it back. Hull have leveled it against Blackburn, apparently. Miles, I feel like we're set up well to get a goal in this, but we're leaving it very, very late. Cardiff's manager having some words with the fourth official. I don't know what for. Nothing to gripe about for that. Leicester City breaking forward here. Mavididi on the wing. Keeps possession. Finds Dewsbury Hall.
Passes it back to
Winks.
Ricardo. Passes to Marcel. Marcel has the ball, crosses it, but deflected, and it's cleared.
Headed away. We maintain possession, though. It's Wout Faes. Callum Doyle. Winks. Back to Doyle.
Time is on 82.
Ball, nearly an own goal there.
We're on the 82nd minute.
So this is my lack of knowledge about footballing rules, but ball gets played back. O'Dowda goes to the ground and hits the ball with his feet. Alnwick then grabs the ball. Is that not a back pass?
No, because it wasn't a purpose back pass. It was like we just as a deflection. I don't know.
Because to me, it kind of felt like O'Dowda was purposefully moving the ball there.
Could be.
No doubt it's now going to take some time on the ground.
We're not up to date. We're on the 83rd minute. Doesn't mean it actually is on the 83rd minute.
So break and play with O'Dowda on the ground. We're going to take a water break.
We're not. They are.
A lot of people still saying that it's going to be 2-1.
Well, they're
Allison,
begging.
our resident Cardiff fan, still saying that it's going to be 1-1 to finish.
I said 2-1 to Leicester. I got their goal right.
Yeah, like it showing on the replay there, like it felt like O'Dowda did that very purposefully. I don't see how that isn't a back pass. He rolls his ankle making that pass, but that looked like a pass. Big Dave, I really hope you're telling the truth here.
He's not.
I want some Mark Albrighton in here. Don't forget as well, like even though we're getting up into the 85th, there's going to be a lot of added time for this. They're working.
Oh, it's coming on. But it's coming on.
Sharks in the chat. Get your sharks in the chat.
Kevin is coming on. Hull has equalised with Blackburn.
Owen saying this is shocking. Ball goes back to Hermansen.
Do you know how we used to be a second half team? We're now the first half team.
Yeah.
Kevin! That's it. His name's Kevin. No longer Albrighton.
Ball with Dewsbury
Oh,
Hall.
Dewsbury
Tries
Hall,
to find
man.
Ndidi with a cheeky pass there, but not going to find him there. Good job recovering that, though. Edward is tuning in from South Africa. Edward, where in South Africa are you tuning in from? We got an eagle in the chat.
Are you from America?
Ball coming forward. Ricardo lays it off for Foss. Edward tuning in from Cape Town.
Would you class
because we haven't really had a lot of substitutions. I don't even think Albrighton is on yet.
No,
he's just
not.
being warmed up. It's the 86th minute.
Would you class this game as a catastrophic failure?
I'd call it a letdown. Catastrophic would be losing.
But if you look at the, are we joint first in the table on 7 points?
Let me see. I don't think we will be if Ipswich is still winning their game.
Ipswich. Imagine it, Ipswich have won 3 of their 3 games. That's mad.
Yeah, if all the results currently hold, we will be 5th on goal difference, joint 2nd, with Birmingham, Southampton, and Preston.
So 5th alphabetically, basically what you're saying.
Pretty much, because even on goal difference, we're then still tied with... something has just changed in the standings. We've moved up to...
Chowdhury's come on.
It looks like Birmingham have had a goal called off, and as a result, we then hop them, and we're now 4th. Birmingham were 2-0 up, but it's now saying 1-0 again. The thing is, there's a little bit of me that, the little Jamie in the back of my head is going, if you can't win, don't lose.
Yes. Well, to be honest, this is the 3rd game, and we haven't lost. Leeds have drawn 2 and lost 1. We've gotten 7 points out of 9 if we draw this, right?
And I take that.
We can't expect to win every single game.
Now, the thing is, we should be beating the teams that are going to be finishing mid-table. You should be beating your Huddersfields, your Cardiffs.
Maybe.
But at the same time, just don't lose. Oh, we got another guy from the Greater Toronto area. Now, that's at least, that's a phonetic city. That's not tough to pronounce. That's just...
Huller winning. Connolly with 88th minute. Wow.
Oh, poor pass from Mavididi towards Dewsbury Hall, and Cardiff regained possession. But the thing is, it takes time. You're going to need other teams to start slipping up. Wout Faes with a big sliding challenge. Corner kick to Cardiff.
I don't know who I'm going to give a man of the match to today.
Yeah, we haven't been bad. I feel like it's been 6s to 8s across the board.
I'll say Dewsbury Hall's a 3. I've got to say I love him so much, but his passes have been so poor.
3 feels a little harsh as the corner kick is played very lofty.
Okay, then. Name me one thing he's doing really well today. Go on.
He's recovered.
Go on. I'm still waiting. Go on.
Okay, here's my stance. He hasn't been detrimental to us.
But wasn't the pass that he gave away led to the goal?
But I also blame that on Vestergaard and Faes.
But did they lose the ball?
No.
But
Leicester City passes the ball through. Vardy gets taken down.
That's surely a red card. Surely.
6 minutes added time.
6 minutes. Cassidy with a great header. Oh, that's a yellow card.
That's got to be a booking.
Yeah, that's a yellow card.
I don't know who. I love the surname Wintle, though. There's a Cardiff defender.
Is that
there's a lot of
Dewsbury Hall passes to
free kick
Winks.
is taken short. Winks plays it to
Ricardo.
He's forced to turn around.
Winks to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall to still Dewsbury Hall.
He gets past his man. Edge of the box.
Oh, missed.
Poor shot. Vardy.
He's got it. Penalty.
He goes down. Shot. Goal.
Yes. Cassidy
puts it in.
Come on. Get in.
Banner's gone, and it's Leicester City 2, Cardiff City 1. Bobbles around in the penalty area. Dewsbury Hall gets the first chance blocked. Vardy gets the second chance thrown off the ball. Kaisedi gets the third, and you're not going to miss the net from there.
Oh, it hits the goalkeeper and goes in. It hits the goalkeeper and goes in. Look at the ball hit his chest.
Oh, and you know what? Like, banter aside, I feel for Alnwick there because he has played out of his skin. Even conceding 2 goals, he has been man of the match for Cardiff here.
I'll say he's been man of the match for the whole game, to be honest.
Yeah, he has done incredibly.
There you go. There's Dewsbury Hall's one pass he's done correct. There you go.
There you go.
490 people watching Leicester. That's the most we've had in ever, I think, watching us.
I think once we came close to breaking 1,000 on a match. I think it was like we were playing United and it wasn't televised or something like that.
Was that like an FA Cup? I don't know.
And then Fee with the 99p super sticker. Allison saying the match is finished 1-1.
Fee's now really happy that I've not checked my app all day.
Oh, and that should that's true. Let me double check the standings. So we would be joint top of the table with Ipswich, behind by 1 on goal difference.
Because didn't they win 3-0 their first game? I think they did.
I think you're right. And I'll tell you what, like, I would love to go up with Ipswich.
I'm looking at the other games. Bristol City have had a yellow card and so a red card, and so Blackburn. That's why Hull are winning, because Blackburn got a red card. That's a free.
Dewsbury Hall gets absolutely hacked there on the midfield line. That's a free kick.
That's a red card. Double yellow. He's off. Is he?
Oh, was it? I didn't know he was already booked.
Oh, it wasn't booked. Oh, sorry. I thought he was.
Oh, you got me hyped up there for a second. It was like I
thought you were getting another card out. That is a
top of the league. We're top of the league.
Not won the game yet. Shh. When it says full time, then we're top of the league. Joint top.
Lofted ball headed away by Cardiff, but we maintain possession. Dewsbury Hall lays it off to Mavididi. We go all the way back to Doyle.
Cassidy to
Maya Kasaidi. Lofted pass looking for Mavididi. Finds it in the corner.
Well skilled.
Woo! And he absolutely sends Romeo back to Wales.
Dewsbury Hall's holding it in the box. In the corner. Mavididi's skills pass both of them.
Oh, he says it's a goal kick. No, he doesn't. Oh, that was advantage for Dewsbury Hall getting knocked down. Throw in. So Prantipo, we're 4 minutes 44 into 6 minutes of added time.
The Leicester fans are singing.
Mamadou joining us from Senegal. Russell, thanks for joining us. Like I know you get banter, but like I do always love when we can get some opposition fans in the chat as well. Always offers us some good context. Dewsbury Hall has a bit of.
Oh, he's off. This is. Oh, he's off. That's second yellow.
That is a second book.
He's off. That's it. Yeah, he's off.
Wow. Wow. So Romeo got 2 yellow cards within the span of what?
2 minutes.
2 minutes? Yeah. I'm gonna test out something here on StreamYard. Can I do this? Yes, I can.
Can you do 2 yellow? Can you do 2 red cards?
Well, no, they're only 1 man down.
Yeah, but could you do 2?
Let's see. Edit. Yes.
You can, but they're not. They're only 1.
There we go. So, yes, Leicester City are up by a goal and a man now. 2 lemons make it fair. And Allison, thank you for joining us.
From Chile. I'm a driving instructor, and I've got a student who's from Chile, and she said it's not Chile, it's Chile.
Oh, no. Allison saying a very harsh red to Cardiff. He's saying up the city. Sit at
43 seconds past extra time, and when it's not called yet.
Oh, and there's a clash of heads. It looks like Collins is on the ground for Cardiff. Yuzan, we're going to have to sell players before we can get them in. Maresca said as such.
Well, that's what Daka, Castagna, and Suter are going.
I'm a little sad to see the back of Suter.
I am. I thought he was one of our best defenders for the back end of last season.
And also, is it not pronounced child?
It's Chile.
No, I'm kidding around.
Whoa,
last shot taken by Cardiff gets deflected and cleared.
It's 1 minute half, ref. Come on, blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.
Can we make it 3, though? It's now Vardy chasing forwards. In towards the corner.
That's a free kick.
It's absolutely shoved. Goal kick.
That's a corner. It's a free kick, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a free kick.
Oh, here we go. Edward saying Leicester are going to win the championship and the Carabao Cup. Wrexham's game is 5-5.
What was that? Oh, we won.
No, that's full time. Leicester City 2, Cardiff City 1.
Wow.
A scrappy affair. But as we said with Huddersfield.
Did I predict the score 2-1? Did I?
You did. You did.
That,
in a scrappy game, you got to play scrappy and you got to get the result. And that is exactly what we've done. And we are joint top of the lead. Let us cook. Let us cook. Cheers, Allison, and cheers as well to all the Cardiff fans who joined us. Commiserations. You guys played very well, and you've got an absolute dynamo of a goalkeeper. Very well played.
Yeah, for me, he was the player of the match. But for Leicester, who would you say your man of the match is for Leicester?
I really liked Marcel this game, to be honest.
I quite like Marcel. I also quite liked, I've got to say, Vestergaard had another really good performance.
Yeah, he had some woeful passing, but his actual defense, getting in, putting a boot in, dealing with attacks, was on mark. Similarly as well, I think we can stick around for like 5-ish minutes. If any of you would like to join us, share some thoughts. Leicester fans, Cardiff fans alike, just please be respectful. Click on that link. Our only request is that you go camera on so that we can see who you are.
Yeah. I want to see your gorgeous faces.
Filbert Fox man of the match.
But this is Marcel's. Was it Marcel's goal? No, it was just highlights.
This would be Marcel's goal here. They're just showing us some highlights. Oh no, sorry, these are the second half highlights, not first half. But Marcel absolutely with a rocket in the first half. Kasaidi puts in a scrappy goal in the dying embers of the match. Hail Caesar.
The final stats were we had 15 shots. They have had 10. We've had 6 shots on target. They have 4. We had 66% possession, trying twice as many passes. So if you look at there, we actually deserved to win the game. Didn't look like it, but in terms of stats, we deserved it.
Now this is going to be a question for Jamie. I don't know if you know offhand. Is 4 opening games in a row, I guess, winning your first 4 a record? Because I recall winning our first 3 in all competitions. That was the first time we'd done that since I believe 1923?
Yeah, 1923 was when we last won our first 3 games. When I won the first 4 games in a row.
Well, you're going to have to tune into Jamie's Aftermath show then in order to find out, because Jamie is our stats man.
He's the stats man. So
with that, I think we are going to wrap up. Do you have any closing thoughts, Jono?
My Leicester man of the match would have to be... I'm going to give it to Marcel because he worked his socks off and he got the first goal. So, yeah. And I think Judge Hall really needs to work on his passing. But great start to the season. 4 wins on the trot in all competitions. So, yeah, really, really happy.
Fantastic. And I completely agree. I think Marcel is my man of the match as well. I think big shout outs to Alnwick in the Cardiff net. He had a great match as well. But you know what? We've now set a club record 4 wins to start the season. Let's keep that momentum going and let's get back into the Premier League. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to have new shows all throughout the week, and we will see you next time.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pucka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newbie & Co. Estate Agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.